Привет, comrades. TFCoM here. In honor of it being Valentine's Day, or it'll probably be the 15th by the time you see this. Actually, it's already the 15th of May, but I'm late on recording. So, in honor of it being somewhat Valentine's Day, let's go find some love. That's a good intro. I knew I just played this game, and I usually wait a lot of time between each playthrough. But who can resist? Because that's what I'm doing on Valentine's Day. I'm sitting at home and playing Dream Daddy. Awesome. Now, let's continue my game. It's okay if you don't come in fast. Just make sure you have health insurance. That is so true. I'm sure in, like, Canada, it wouldn't be an issue since I don't think they even have health insurance in Canada. I know you have free health care, but I don't know if, like, if you have insurance, it'll bump you to the front of the line or something. I don't really know. I don't know. But I could probably ask my Canadian friend. Okay. I'll wake up to a text from an unknown number. Rise and shine, early bird. Still want to work out? This is Craig, by the way. Holy crap, it's 6 a.m. Who does 6 a.m. anymore? Without realizing, I drift back to sleep. Must have winked back out. I check my phone again. Hey bud, still want to get your swole on? I'm ready to tear up the track. Hit me up. God, the last thing I want to do right now is work out. But it is Craig, and I do want to catch up. If it was me, and it was 6 a.m., or I think it's 7 by the time the second text comes through, no way in fucking hell am I even responding to you. Well, to be fair, I'm probably still awake. I'm usually awake until 6, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. So I wouldn't have gone to sleep yet, but I'd be like, I just put on my pajamas. I don't want to go out again. Especially to a gym. Ugh. But why not? Hey, my man, I need a few minutes to wake up, but let's meet in 20? After a few seconds, another text comes in. Sure thing, meet me at the gym. My accent's throwing all over the place because I'm trying to change it for character, and it's just like, it's confusing my brain. It's confusing my mouth. I don't know what I'm doing. I stretch my bones creak. I gotta stop falling asleep on the couch. Why was I on the couch? Didn't I go to bed early? Whatever. I throw off my blanket and, hey wait, I don't remember falling asleep in the blanket. Amanda must have tucked me after I fell asleep. Bless that child. I reluctantly brush my teeth, throw on my only clothes I own that are even kind of gym appropriate, and head out. Amanda. I just like how I say that word, Amanda. That's weird to say. I just think my accent sounds pretty good with that. Weird. The neighborhood is quiet and serene this early in the morning. Birds chirp and the grass is still wet with dew. Surprisingly, the gym is pretty crowded. I spot Craig standing out front stretching. Of course. He spots me and waves enthusiastically. Hey bro, good morning. Hey, good to see you, man. I'm definitely not as pumped as he is. Maybe I should have had some coffee before I left. You ready to kick some butt? Help! Help! That's so me though. Help. This is it. This is how I die.
Nice.
I don't even care if he hates me. I'm not trying to date him in this one. I'll be alright, dude. I'll ease you into it.
Bro!
Bro! We head to the gym and I'm immediately intimidated. All these people look like they could break me in half. And it seems like Craig is friends with all of them.
Oh.
He high-fives and finger guns all the cool jocks in the room. They look like they could, and would, steal my lunch money to spend on protein shakes. Yep. Oh my gosh, I got beat up so much in gym. Like, I was so much health issues in gym. Because, I told you, I always, even watching a game, I get hit. I had one time I got tangled up in a yo-yo, and they had to cut me out of it. It wasn't even, like, an emergency, but, like, they had to get scissors, because it was just so knotted up. I was trying to do the walk the dog, where you spin in a circle. It happened twice, actually. Let's see. I had some girl constantly throw shoes at my head, like, every single day. I I had someone who was on the top locker, and she purposely would try to pull it really fast and smack me in the head, because, you know, you had to crouch to get to the bottom locker, at least in my old school. And, like, we didn't have lockers for anything except for gym. Like, regular people, you didn't get a locker, sucks to be you. You had to do it only in gym class, and could only be used for gym stuff. Oh, man. What other was it? I got beat up in dance class. I took ballet in middle school. I was pretty good at it, but they didn't like me there. They said I was too masculine for ballet. Have you met me? I'm like the most feminine person in the universe. But I was too masculine for ballet. They didn't like it. Though I did always wear a choker and like heavy eyeliner. I was kind of gothic-y. Except we had a uniform in school, so I would wear like my little like red polo shirt and khaki pants, and then like thick eyeliner and fake gauges and my little choker. I was weird. It looked weird together, but I thought I looked cool. It was my chance at individuality, you know. Yeah, I got beat up a lot in gym and dance and any physical sport. Come on, bud, let's warm up. We head over to the treadmills and start walking. Okay, I can walk. Walking is good. This is a different, decent place to be. Walking. So, I know we are on treadmills. Yes. And those over there are ellipticals. I didn't know that. I called them bike things. Okay. Very good. What is all this other stuff? Craig laughs.
Bro!
They might look a little scary, but I guarantee all of them serve a specific purpose for building muscle mass. I watched as a dude in a muscle tee flexes a muscle I didn't even know existed on a machine I think was once used to process grain into flour. Ugh. What is that? Why is that guy doing that to himself? That's a good question, bro. What do you think he's doing? He's trying to crush people's skulls with his thighs. He's trying to make his thighs so strong that he can crush people's skulls.
Hey!
Yeah, that's pretty much the only reason I work out. No! I'm trying not to make him like me. Stop it. Stop liking me. Why, Greg? Why? I don't want to date the bro, and I don't want to change for a man. I told you that stuff. But he likes me. No. I know, Craig is turning up the speed. I better do the same. How long have you been doing the buff thing? Couple years. And what do you do when you're not dadding or working or buffing? Oh, coach my twin softball team. That still counts as both dadding and buffing. I keep busy. What do you do for fun? I'll be honest, I really do love just reading textbooks, which sounds so lame, but I like studying my textbooks, like, daily. But if I have to study for class, then I won't do it. But if it's like, I'm really curious about this one subject, I'll look it up online or read the textbook about it, or be like, oh, this chapter sounds interesting. But, like, I read for fun, and I love learning for fun, but if it's for a class, I do horribly in because I don't want to study it. So, I'll do my honest thing. I love learning. Try to educate myself about the world around me. I'm like a sponge for knowledge, soaking up all that intellectual content. You know, history, the paranormal, wilderness survival, aliens, most of those things. So you watch the History Channel too, huh? Yes. Sorry. No, don't like me. No, go away. We're jogging now. Oh god, we're jogging now. I don't think I've ever jogged before. Gosh. I look over to Craig, who hasn't even broken a sweat. How is he doing this so effortlessly? I'm dying. I can feel my life force being drained through every orifice of my body. Hey, remember when my fish died in college? No, I don't like this story. I saw someone draw a picture of this, and it was so cute. Because he's just, like, dying, and Craig's just like, where are my fish? It was the cute. If you guys can find it, please send me a link. Or text it to me or something. I loved that picture to death. I can't find it anymore. It makes me so sad. Oh my god, he's really bumping the speed again. I guess I better do it too. Oh, this is fast. This is very fast. And we were at that party, and you got to make me feel better. You tell me to create distractions. Of course, I do a sick keg stand and get everyone cheering. And then I try to steal fish from the fish tank at the party with my bare hands like an idiot.
Hey!
And then you drop the fish that's flopping around, you panic, so you run to the post keg stand, the dying, dirty fish in your hands that you scooped up off the ground, and you're yelling at me, that we have to leave.
Nice!
So we're running out of a frat party with a fish, trying to give him mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. And we get home and get him into the bowl of water, but the prognosis was grim. And then the next day, he's alive and well.
Nice!
I never did catch the great fish thieves of Grand Ridge U. I want to steal a fish. Why is it so funny to me? Okay. I don't have to worry about you guys seeing my red face right now. Because you can't see my face. And I'm like dying of laughter right now. Composed. Okay, let's continue this. I'm sure I'll be laughing again soon. And I never will. I shoot up into the treadmill and crash into the wall. Jesus, that hurts.
Hey!
Dude, bro, are you okay? Craig offers me a hand and looks me over for injuries. I'm fantastic. I manage to stand up and rub my back. It doesn't hurt now, but I'm sure it will later.
Oh, man.
Oh, his voice is cute. You don't have to push yourself like that. Always know your limits. Well, I think I might call our gym adventure here.
Mm-hmm.
You sure? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well here. I brought you this. Craig hands me a shaker bottle full of thick green liquid. I stared at it in what must be apparent taste.
Mm-hmm.
It's protein shake, bro. Oh, thank you. I've never seen a green protein shake. Like, I've seen it in movies, but like in person I've only ever seen the brown ones. The brown or the white ones. The vanilla and the chocolate. I don't know what a green one would be. Maybe like a green tea? I don't know. I've never seen a green one. I've only ever seen the chocolate and the vanilla. He wants me to drink it. Oh boy, here goes. I take a small sip. It's actually delicious. Wow, this is really good.
Bro!
And good for you. It's my special recipe. I'm pretty proud of it.
Hey!
Let me know if you ever want to work out again. Maybe we could try running around the neighborhood if treadmills aren't your speed. No pun intended, bro. Good one. Well, I'm gonna go put some ice on this everything. I'll see you around. I leave the gym feeling ashamed. Craig used to order delivery from a pizza place across the street from our dorm, and now he would run circles around me. Literally. Man, I really gotta work on this dad bod. Technically, a dad bod is being chubby. So, if you aren't fit, then you are working on your dad bod. I'm gonna pet the kitty next to me. Okay. I get home and lie down on the couch. It hurts to move. Oh god, I'm so old. I feel old every time I bend down and have to stand back up. Which is lame because like I'm only 21, but I feel insanely old because I'm like my bones crack as I sit. I'm so old. Oh no, I must have fallen asleep. What time is it? Shite. It's 3:55. I'm supposed to get Amanda to school in 5 minutes. Shite. I frantically put on some clean clothes, apply a generous amount of deodorant, and run out the door. Yeah, this is gonna be horrible. Managing debt is just part of being an adult. Oh my gosh, I don't know any adult who's not an insane amount of debt. Like at least $2,000. That's considered like if you only have $2,000 worth of debt, you are like filthy rich. You have to have like at least 20,000 to be like a normal person. I arrive at Amanda's school and check in the front desk. They give me a bright orange visitor sticker and send me on my way. I'm barely awake and feeling pretty haggard, but hopefully no one will notice. I check my watch and I'm relieved to see that I'm only 2 minutes late. Wait, was it room 103 or 108? I spot a youth. I spot a youth. Oh, them youths. Standing at his locker and approaching for help. Excuse me, do you know where Mr. Vega's classroom is? The youth turns around and looks me up and down with heavily lined eyes. Okay, here's my thing. I have so much complaints with this character design. It looks amazing, but for one, he has a tattoo. It's kind of covered, because my school would make you cover them. But he has piercings. At my school, you cannot have any piercings whatsoever. And guys could not wear any makeup or have any earrings. And he has a lot of piercings. Okay. In the United States, you have to be 18 to have a piercing. And I know that some high schoolers are 18. But I mean, I graduated high school at 16. So I still had 2 years before I could have any piercings. Like, I was literally 16, so how could you have piercings in high school? I mean, I guess he could have failed a year or two. And I mean, I guess I've heard some seniors are 18, and I was just really young. But the oldest one I met was 17, so I don't know. But it just, the rules alone wouldn't let you have it. Because then the fact that, you know, you wouldn't be old enough to have it. So I know a lot of people do, like, they pierce their own ears and things like that, which were bad, of course. But, you know, a lot of people do that to be cool. And they tattoo themselves, which is really bad, too, at parties and stuff when everyone's drunk. But, like, for my rule, guys couldn't have any chains on their belt, couldn't have any of those spiked things on their belt. Which I know they're not actual spikes, but, like, we couldn't have that. We couldn't have any... Guys couldn't have anything in their ears whatsoever. Gauges, regular earrings, anything. Couldn't have the eyebrow piercing. Couldn't have the makeup on his eye. Couldn't have any of the lip rings. Or studs, as you would call them. The one underneath, on top of his lip, and the snake bites. Couldn't have nails painted. Guys couldn't have nails painted. Those pants technically weren't allowed, but people would wear those pants all the time, so you probably wouldn't get in big trouble about that. The hair color wouldn't be allowed. And the thing is, I didn't even go to that fancy of a school. I went to kind of a really ghetto school, which basically just means it was very poorly funded. There was knife fights all the time. People got hurt all the time. Like, we were a pretty bad quality school. So we weren't like a fancy school that needed, you know, uniforms and that. We weren't like a uniform school, but that was just common rules. Like any school I've ever heard of, those are the rules. You don't do any of that stuff. And I'm sure maybe as the generations go on, guys might be allowed to have earrings, but I knew we weren't allowed to. And with gauges, you couldn't even have like the hole in your ear without the gauge. You had to have the skin tone gauges to cover it up. Or, you know, you just couldn't have a hole even. Because I did see some guys who had gauges, which maybe you could be younger and get a gauge. I don't know. But I was pretty sure that's 18 too. Though I'm sure people go off all the time and do it. Or maybe it's a little younger if you have parent permission. I'm not sure. But I know I had to wait until I was 18 to get my first piercing. Trivia question. What was my first piercing? You guys probably don't know that. Well, obviously my first piercings were the lobe ones. My first lobe, you know, because you can get that as a baby. In America, almost every female gets that as a baby. Well, the first piercing I chose was my eyebrow. Followed by the right side of my lip. Then my nose. Then my second lobe in my ears. On both sides. Then my left side of lip. Then my industrial, or you know, my helix and my reverse helix. So, first one really that I chose was my eyebrow, which a lot of people, you know, they start with the ears, but you know, they get their full ears done or whatever else. But I always wanted an eyebrow. That was like my dream as a kid. I want an eyebrow piercing, and I always thought it wasn't going to end up very well. I had really bushy eyebrows, so like I had to get them. I was tweezing them and everything else to make the eyebrow piercing not look too bad. And I was still worried it looked really bad once I got it. I was in a lot of pain. But, you know, eyebrows actually were the least painful one I got. But people were like, yeah, right. No, out of any of mine, industrial, my helix, the lobe, the nasal, the lip, eyebrow is the least painful one I've gotten. Which is really weird, because, you know, you expect it to be really bad because it's your first one. The most painful one I got is probably my reverse helix. The helix wasn't too bad, but the reverse helix was pretty bad. And that's the one that's right against your face. That one was pretty bad. just because he went really slow when he did it. So I was like, you hate me. But the next worst one was most likely the nose. And that's just because the nose hurts. My nose hurts to even touch it a lot of times. And that's not because of piercing. Like, I just get so many blackheads on it. Like, no matter how much what I do to them, they just stay. And like, they're not noticeable at all. They're not visible, but I feel them and they hurt. So even poking my nose hurts to me. And I have really bad allergies, so you know that hurts a lot. I was sneezing like crazy. I kept sneezing, and what really hurt is that my cat Dante, he kept pulling it out of my nose when I was sleeping or when I was awake, and it hurt. And so I'd freak out waking up. I don't have a piercing. I had to force one back through my nose, which very clearly hurt like crazy. It was not a good experience. I don't regret it, obviously. It looks really good. But he kept pulling him out of my nose. Because he's like, you know, shiny, not supposed to be there, whatever else, you know. It hurt. And I'll make sure my... Okay, it still says it's recording my voice. I would hate to do all this talking and you just seeing like one little scene here, going like, what is he doing? My little kitty. Okay. The view turns around and looks me up and down with heavily lined eyes. Come on, kid, I'm late for a meeting. Mr. Who? Mr. Vega. I don't know, have you tried the exit? Okay, wise guy, you gonna help me out or not? Fine. Up those stairs and to the left. Can't miss them. I head up the stairs and walk around, unable to find Mr. Vega's class anywhere. After a couple of minutes of searching, I head back downstairs. That punk youth sent me on a wild goose chase. So I just realized that based on who the youth's dad is, you know, his dad is Damien. Based on that, he probably should have like the similar accent to what I have. Because I think of Damien as like posh and British and something like that, you know? So Damien, I would think, would have Damien is the dad. Lucien is the son. I would assume he'd have a similar accent. But maybe that's too lame. You know, he wants to be cool. I don't know. I'm probably going to change his accent a lot, too. I go back to where that low-rent Gerald Way is standing, fully ready to give him a piece of my mind, when suddenly a head pops out of the classroom next to his locker.
Hmm?
Ooh, what do I do for him? Lucien, don't you have third period to get to? Fine, Mr. Vega.
Oh.
Wow. Now I'm officially 10 minutes late. I glare at him as he walks by. We're not cool.
Hmm.
You must be Elijah. You must be Elijah. I'm gonna do the da-da-da-da posh, I guess. I don't know. This period's almost over. Would you mind waiting in the back?
Hmm.
How short are their periods? I mean, like, you're only 10 minutes late, and the period's almost over. So, like, was he wanting you to meet before the period? Because if that happens, then your period's only like 10, 20 minutes or so. That is way too short. My classes were usually about an hour long. And we had 5 of them. Yeah. The fourth period was around 3 hours, I believe, because you'd also have lunches in between them. Like, once third period let out, a lunch went to lunch, and that was certain classes, certain areas of the school were different lunches. Like, I think the basement was A, and then the first floor was, half of that was B, and half of the second floor B, like that little slip there, and the other half were C. And then there was a D lunch. I think that was the portables. I don't remember which one had what lunch, but it was like if you were in A lunch, instead of going to class after third period, you went to lunch, and then once that lunch ended, you would head into a bell would ring, and that bell was time for you to be in. That was kind of a timer, like you had to be back in class to start class, and now B lunch was released at the bell, and it would do like that, and then if you were in the last lunch, D lunch, the bell released, you would leave, you know, go to lunch, and instead of returning back to fourth period, you would go to 5th period once it's done. I liked that lunch because you got a few extra minutes because, you got 5 minutes to get to class after the bell rang. Once your class is done. Lunch was a little different, but once your class was done, you get 5 minutes to get to class. So it gave me like 2-3 extra minutes to eat lunch. And if you guys didn't know our school, usually once the bell rang saying your lunch is done, like your lunch hour is done, go back to class, there was still a line, huge line, of people who hadn't got their lunch yet. And it's like, oh well, sometimes they let you wait in line and get food, but you'd be late to class and get a tardy slip. Other times they would just close the lines up and be like, guess you don't eat today, like it was really hard. And I come from a place where the only time I got to eat was at school, because I didn't get to eat at home at all. We had a very bad situation there, obviously. So the only time I got to eat was lunch. So I'd eat 5 days a week, when we had school. Saturday, Sunday, I wouldn't eat at all. And then I get to eat again at lunch on Monday. And so when we didn't get to eat, that was a big thing. And the only reason I got to eat was because we had free lunch with the school. When it got bumped to reduced lunch, basically free lunch is if you don't make enough money, your parents don't make enough money, you get lunch for free. And reduced lunch, you get it for 30 cents or something like that. Otherwise, your lunch is $2. And maybe $2 is reduced. I don't know, but it was still something I couldn't really afford. So I'd eat, every other day. Of course, still not on Saturday and Sunday. So I'd eat like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And that'd be it for the week. And I did have some friends who would sometimes buy me food, and that was like the sweetest thing ever. Because obviously I was hungry, So when I say that I don't eat much now, because people were like, you ordered a big meal and you didn't eat any of it really, like you ate like a corner of it. And it's like, my mind was, I was fucking starving, I needed everything. But I get really sick if I eat more than like a corner. Even a corner sometimes makes me sick because my body's readjusting to being able to have food now, And I'm starting to get a little better, of course, as I get older. But it's been 3-4 years since I've moved out of my house and been able to get food on a regular basis, and I still have not fully adjusted to that. Like, I'll be like really hungry and just sit in bed and be like, well, I guess I need to go to sleep. And then I'm like, why do I need to go to sleep? Well, because if you sit awake for 4 or 5 hours or so, you're going to keep getting hungry. If you manage to fall asleep, you won't think about it until you wake up again. So it may give you 4 or 5 hours where you're not starving. So you can afford to wait through the night. But yeah, I had a lot of issues with food, so what started this? How short the periods were. That's what started this. Yeah. Jeez. Okay. Mr. Vega leads me back in, and I take a seat in one of the comically small students' desks in the back. I might get stuck in this. We had so many high schoolers get stuck in those seats. I'm sorry, I didn't want to interrupt again, but oh my gosh, I had so many people I knew got stuck in those seats. Elementary school, you start with a pretty big desk. Comparison-wise, I mean, I suppose if you were a high school size elementary desk, it'd be bigger than what you have in high school, but not dramatically so. Middle school, it was give and take. Some classrooms had the high school desk, some had the elementary desk. High school, you had these itty bitty desks, kind of like what they're showing in the picture. You had a seat connected to the table. I could barely squeeze into a lot of those, and you know how tiny I am, plus the fact I didn't eat. So I was very, very tiny. I could barely squeeze into some of them. And that's actually a lot of room in that classroom. They'd usually have it to where the desks are touching each other, or very, very close to, like maybe like a tiny little square in between them where you have to like wiggle through. Or if the person's not there, push the desk out, get in the spot, and then push the desk back. We did that a lot. Well, like, if you had to leave the room for any reason, like go to the bathroom, whatever, of course you had to get permission to do so. But, like, it caused so much of a ruckus, because you had to move this person, squiggle out of here, slide down out of your, like, you had to do something to get out of your seat. And so it was so so much of a waste almost to get out that, you know, people didn't even bother. Well, people bothered, they didn't want to be there. Well, you know, a lot of teachers had a rule that, you know, no matter what, you can't get out of the classroom. But yeah, so if I get stuck in this, that's completely possible.
Oh.
Alright, now where were we? Now who can tell me about the unreliability of the narrator in J.D. Salinger's Catcher in the Rye? I have never read this book, I have no idea.
Oh.
Yes, Colin. Colin stands up and does that thing where he blows into the crook of his elbow to make a fart noise.
Oh.
Oh. The whole class erupts in laughter. Alright, everyone. Very funny, Colin. Please sit down.
Oh.
Now, Holden Caulfield is an unreliable narrator in the sense that the bell at the end of the period rings. All the students immediately get up and make a break for the door.
Huh?
Remember to do the reading and answer the response questions on page 194 in your textbook. Nobody's listening. But see, the next day we'd all have zeros because we wouldn't do it.
Oh.
Or not, I guess. Mr. Vega turns to me and sighs. Middle schoolers, right? Don't you teach high schoolers? Both, you know, budget cuts. That is the most realistic part of this game. Budget cuts. But I'm saying, you have a huge classroom. You could split that in 2 or 3 classrooms easily. Or fit like 6 times the amount of desks you have in there. Shrink the teacher desk a little bit. Yeah, you could easily put 2 or 3 classrooms in there. Split it in thirds. Yeah, he has a huge classroom and very little desks. Like, that is like a dream job. If you would be able to teach middle schoolers and high schoolers, you're living the dream, buddy. Right. Thanks so much for coming in. No problem, Mr. Vega.
Oh.
Please, call me Hugo. I've never met anyone with the name Hugo. That's kind of weird. I don't normally do these impromptu parent-teacher meetings, but as I'm sure you know, Amanda's a very bright student, and I'm concerned about her recent behavior. What's going on? Amanda's never been the most engaged student, but I know she cares. Recently, though, she's been falling behind. She's not completing assignments, and has been doing rather poorly on tests. I normally chalk this up to senioritis, but this is strange. I thought Amanda always shared everything with me. I didn't even cross my mind that something might be wrong. I just wanted to ask, is everything okay at home? Well, we just moved recently, but it was only to the other side of the town, and Amanda was more excited about it than I was. See if you can talk to her about it. I know she values you a great deal, but appreciate your guidance. If she's heading down this road, you know how important art school is to her, and I would hate to see her miss out on scholarship money that she clearly deserves. Yes. Because without scholarships, you do not get into college. I had a whole buttload of scholarships that I got later on, and a whole buttload of FAFSA, yes, which is basically state funding, and I'm still $23,000 in debt from going to college. So you're not gonna make it unless you have scholarships. I hear about people getting full rides, and that just blows my mind. Like, how do you do that? I mean, I was a straight A student, and I did pretty good on my, geez, what were they even called? I don't even know. Not tax, it was, I did really good on the SAT and the ACT. I didn't do amazing, like, perfect score, but I made it pretty good up there. I made probably about a B if you would do an equivalent. So I don't know how I had so many issues, but whatever. I'll make sure to talk to Amanda. Thanks for letting me know, Hugo.
Oh.
Anytime. On my way out, I stopped, thinking for a moment. I turned to Hugo. Hey, Hugo?
Oh.
Yes? His hand goes through his glasses. Sorry. They ever catch that rye? Yes. See, there's no way I can even make him hate me in this situation. That's kind of funny about it. She's fine. Maybe that won't work. I don't know. I leave the classroom and make my way out of the school. I'm still a little bit in shock that Amanda was able to hide this from me so well. She's always been such a force for positivity in my life, especially after we lost our father. Our father? She's my sister and my daughter. Amanda must be done with classes for the day by now. I'm sure she would appreciate a ride home, and maybe I could talk to her about what's going on. I pull up to the carpool and Amanda hops in the passenger seat. The sign says no parking. That's what those say. If they're shaped like a sign like that, that's usually a no parking sign.
Yeah.
So, did you have fun? So, did you have fun gossiping about me? Mr. Vega and I actually just gossip about our celebrity crushes. So you talked about Mario Batali the whole time? First time I played this, I looked that guy up to see how he looked, and he was pretty good. Pretty good. It was a very productive meeting. I'm pretty hungry. Can we grab some dinner? Sure thing. Now this is the hard one. If we go to the mall, we meet Damien. I mean, we can meet him later on if we don't go. I knew I'm like, I should save money, let's make things at home. And then halfway to home, I'd be like, turn around, let's go to the mall. Let's go to the mall. Doesn't it sound good to you?
Huh?
Yeah, sure. Why the mall? Geez, can't Dad take his daughter to the mall? Will you buy me things? I will buy you a thing. Singular. Sounds like a deal to me. Drive in silence for a short while. Amanda plays the game on her phone. I should say something. You know, sometimes when a kid gets older, they find that they have to keep things hidden from their parents. And that's okay, because sometimes that's what kids do. And that's okay. But also, sometimes it's good to have the parents respected, because, you know, maybe the parents have also dealt with similar situations. And maybe they're a little cooler than you give them credit for. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that it's good to share. Love you. Have you been reading my tweets? You have a Twitter? What? Never mind. Oh my gosh, it's probably about all those dark tweets. People are always like, I want to die tweets, you know? They're just joking. Think it's cool or whatever, I don't know. But it's apparently a very popular thing. Maybe they should talk about that. Look, sweetie, Mr. Vega said you haven't been participating in class and that you're not turning things in. Oh, I'm fine, Pops. Seeing your eyes and all that. I thought you liked Mr. Vega's class. It's fine, he's fine. We pull up to a stoplight and I Amanda. She's still texting. I want you to know that you can talk to me about anything. Uh-huh. I can tell that whatever it is, she doesn't want me knowing about it. That's frustrating. I heard MR is going to that fancy art school in California. That's exciting. Yep. Are you bummed that you guys aren't going to the same school? Yep. You made her mad. No, okay. Amanda keeps texting, she stifles a laugh. What's so funny? I don't think you get it. Okay. Who you texting? Noah. Who's Noah? My friend. Does he go to your school? Yep. Do you like Noah? What? No. Dad. Ugh. Can't believe you would. Dad. I mean, jeez. Why would you? Ugh. Gross. Sorry, I was just asking. Dad, he's just my friend. There's a person outside jingling their keys. I'm trying not to be too loud now. I'm arguing with myself. Go inside your house. Go away. Go away. I don't want to deal with you. Go away. Beep, 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 bye. I don't know if he left, but whatever. Girls and guys can be friends. He's my friend. Okay. Jeez. This is going well. Oh, good talk. Love you, kiddo. She leans forward, turns up the radio. I guess the conversation's over. To the mall, then. So, I don't know what you would even check the machines for. Like, how can you tell? But, so I saw this post where they had the lipstick lesbian posters behind her. And if you know, lipstick lesbian is a group of lesbian. I usually just go gay, lesbian, whatever else, you know, but lipstick lesbian is the title some girls like to use. Sometimes they use it derogatory, sometimes they use it in a nice way, I don't know. It just means very feminine girls who happen to be lesbians. Like, you know, the ones who traditionally have long hair, makeup, nails, you know, the overly feminine things that you know, because the stereotype or whatever is that lesbians are all butch and buff and strong, I guess, I don't know. So lipstick lesbians, like, they look straight, but they're gay, kind of thing, and it's very easy to see how it can be derogatory, but I guess some people embrace it, I don't know. But I saw a picture of her with a lipstick lesbian flag behind her, and it kind of hinted at it here, but later on it mentions that, you know, she did really like Noah. And if Noah is a guy, then wouldn't she not be lipstick lesbian? She could be pan, she could be bi, but she wouldn't be lesbian. Then again, no, she wouldn't be lesbian. I was going to say something like, she wanted to date a guy because that was what it was expected of her, and that she really didn't like him that much, but she did seem really upset later on about this guy, so I would say that she's not lesbian. She may be lesbian later on in life, realize that, you know, this is what she really wanted, blah, 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 but currently she is not, so, you know. She's probably bi or pan. Probably pan, knowing her. Panda. She has a little pan pinda. Panda pendant. That's the word. Okay. We arrive at the mall, a big indoor shopping center, a couple different floors. It's kind of dead. That doesn't stop a mall security guard from yelling at a group of loitering teens. Oh my gosh. Where I live, only has a one-story mall. And the closest mall to where I used to live at home was like 30 minutes away. And the closest indoor one was like 30, 45 minutes away. And it was like 90% of the stores were closed, so you had like 5 stores. That was it. And I've heard they added some more stores, and it does look a little better now. I've been there recently, but it was like dead growing up. And there was an outdoor one that was pretty good, but I haven't seen an indoor one that actually had escalators and stuff, especially ones that worked, in so long, because they really didn't have working ones. So I'm kind of curious to see how that would look. I bet it's really cool looking. I've seen one before. It's not the stereotypical thing you would see nowadays. Let's eat something disgusting for dinner.
Hey!
Hell yeah. Language Missy. Heck yeah. Better. You approach the food court and evaluate our options. There's greasy restaurant after greasy restaurant. My heart burns just looking at the menus. Nobody looks happy to be here. I mean, you work fast food, you're gonna hate everything. What are you in the mood for? Bread dipped in sugar? Bread with cheese on it? Or you just want me to inject some fat directly into your bloodstream? Ooh, I want cheese. I really want cheese now. But I have shrimp cooking. I want cheese instead. I extend my hand to her. I want nachos. Oh my god. That was loud. Oh, you just said nachos. I want nachos, guys. Dude, guys, there you go. I want nachos. I don't think I have any cheese soup left. I should go to the Walmart and buy some. The Walmart. But I don't want to put on pants. The struggles, you know. Okay. I'm gonna put on my binder on again. Okay. Would you do me the honor of sharing some nachos? She shakes my hand with a grin. It would make me the happiest, cheesiest girl alive. We order a giant pile of chips and a naturally orange cheese from a very unenthusiastic and possibly stoned teenager. I take a seat at a rickety table and say, these are bad. These are very bad. But also strangely delicious. We have to eat through the pain. We enjoy the fluorescent cheesy goodness together until we're all out of nachos. So, something's been bothering me for a while. Can you explain memes to me? See, I'm 21 and I don't even understand most of them. I'm like, huh? I don't get your joke. I think they're like anti-jokes? I don't know. Which meme? All memes. Amanda sighs deeply and places her head in her hand. Dad, it's complicated. See, memes are inside jokes shared by a bunch of people. They get less funny the more people do it. The problem is that by the time the meme gets to you, Dad, all its youths have already done the joke to death.
Ugh.
And what's worse than that is movies and TV and video games will try to jump in on the meme train. Based on how long it takes to make them, meme will be long dead by the time it comes out, so it just dates it and isn't funny. I heard something like Sonic had a meme in it, like a dab. Or was that Donkey Kong? I don't know, but one of them had like a dab or something like that, and everyone was all like, "It's so old." Oh shit, what up? That's like the Froggy on the unicycle. Yes, Froggy. I am so hip. Dad, please. Anyway, changing the subject. Where to now? Wanna go to that goth store? What? You know, the one that's all black and tries to establish itself as anti-establishment, despite being the exact representation of an establishment. I don't know what store you're talking about. Talking about Hot Topic, Amanda. You know, the one where you buy chain wallets. It's basically an assault on people fought so hard against the punk and hardcore movements of the 70s and 80s. Dude, you gotta be more specific. The one who threw up in that one time. Oh, that one. Alright. Amanda runs into the store with me trailing behind her. She makes a beeline for the back. There it is. You can still see the outline, kinda. I'm so proud. Speech. Amanda. Speech. 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 Alright, I'll do it if you stop chanting. I love it when I'm angry, I get quieter. Or like people are like, ah. I don't know. I get quieter, I'm angry. I'm like, yeah, like I do. Amanda stops immediately. I clear my throat. Thank you all for joining us here today to commemorate a historic movement that would forever shape history. On a day very much like today, some 5 years ago, our very own Amanda Ann McKenzie had too much blue raspberry slushy on an outing to the mall. Forgot her middle name was Anne. My sister's middle name is Anne, so it's Samantha Ann McKenzie. So Amanda is actually very close to that. Oh my gosh, you're my sister. No, you're not. You're more. Yeah, kind of like my sister. In personality-wise. I don't know. But there you go, Sam. Shout out to you. After begging her father to take her to Dead, Goth, and Beyond, like Bed Bath & Beyond, to buy rainbow suspenders, she proceeded to throw up all over a display of My Chemical Romance merchandise. Trademarked. I know there was an option when you started it to make it, to censor out everything that was trademarked, so it'd be safe to stream. I didn't do that. I forgot to do that. I'm kind of curious about what it would say if you did censor it. I'm kind of curious now. Her loving father then had to pay for said merchandise, which to this day remains among our possessions. Thank you. Amanda's moved. She begins clapping, slow at first, and then faster, more vigorously. Several other patrons turn their head. One of them also starts clapping. I bow my head. Oh hey, chain wallets. Why is that funny to me? Well, Amanda busies herself looking at band t-shirts. I thought she was looking at chain wallets. So, I try to find something of interest to myself. How much for a dad to look at it? Dead, Goth, and Beyond. I like that. Ironic mugs. That's what I like buying. I don't even, like, I have so many cups, and I don't even use any of them. I buy, like, soda cans and bottles. I don't actually pour anything into a cup, but I have, like, a million cups. And they're all adorable. I'm suddenly stricken by existential fear. There's only one number one dad. Then how are there so many mugs here that say that? This whole time I thought I was the only one. If I'm not number one, where do I place on the global dad ranking charts? That's a good question. I have work to do. Look. Ooh, what voice am I going to do for Damien? Look, this is fair. No, that's Hugo's. Look, this is very important to me. Over here, a stifled argument over the cash register. An older gentleman is preparing a garment and showing it to a bored-looking cashier with pink hair. I can see that. I don't know what to tell you, dude. I just work here. That is my mood in anything. I try to be helpful for like 2 minutes, and then I keep going, and I'm like, dude, I don't know what the fuck you want. I'm sorry. I'm very bad with retail, but I think every retail worker hates their job. You like it for like 2 minutes, and then you absolutely despise everyone. That's kind of how it goes.
What?
What? I can't do that voice, though. It's too high-pitched. It's not high-pitched. It's not tight. I don't know. I can't do his voice. Listen, when I bought this online, the website said this blouse was Victorian-inspired. However, when I received it, it clearly held the trademark of Edwardian dressage. You want a coupon? I can give you a coupon. Leave if I give you a coupon? I wish I could say some of these stuff out loud at work. Is there a manager present? People have to know what they're buying. I am the manager. Oh my gosh, I get that so many times. People look at me and be like, is there a manager present? And I'm just like, bitch, I'm the manager, bitch. No. Because they look at me and they're like, okay, little kid, who clearly doesn't know what they're talking about. I need to speak to someone better. And I'm like, look, I may be 5 foot. I may be itty bitty tiny. I weigh only like 120 pounds. I'm an itty bitty person who is an itty bitty height and itty bitty weight. But, bitch, get out of my store. I'm dying. Okay. I am the manager. I see. Well, it would seem that I've outstayed my welcome. Good day, shopkeep. Your superiors will receive a strongly worded letter by post. Whatever, dude. I've had the time, I'm like, whatever, crazy person. I don't even know what you're on right now. Just go home. Go home. The man rolls around and storms out, his literal coattails trailing behind him. Can't tell if they're Victorian-inspired or Edwardian in nature. Probably Victorian, since he didn't seem to like Edwardian. Just to guess. Amanda trots up to me with a t-shirt in her hand. Oh boy, here it comes. Hey, Datron 5000. Yes, I'll buy it for you. Wow, that was easy. Thanks. At least it's only one this time. I didn't tell her one. She's a very good girl. She only asked for one. Good job. Good job. Amanda plops the shirt onto the counter and grins at the cashier. I love your hair.
Oh.
Cashier says nothing and rings Amanda up, radiating hatred. I hand her a 20. That's a cheap shirt. Only $20? Wow, that's really cheap. Radiating hatred. I've had that time. I don't mean to be mean to the nice customers, but I'm so pissed off from the previous one. I'm just like, get the fuck out of here. Like, I just need to be alone. I'm so angry right now. Just let me march to the back or something, or go to the bathroom, or, you know, get away from you horrible people. And it's not that you're a horrible person before you. So if I'm ever rude to you at my work, I'm either insanely stressed, insanely busy, and I really don't have time to talk right now. I just got scolded by either a customer or my boss, is usually the big one. And basically, I'm just not feeling good. I'm usually sick, tired, and a lot of stress, and I may snap at you. I completely don't mean it. Also, there's the autism factor in my life where I don't understand sarcasm, and I can't control the tone of my voice or understand other people's tone of voice. So I may take it that you're insulting me. So I'm like, what? Or I may think I'm just being sarcastic and it sounds really rude. Like, I'm just like, you're so pretty today. And I may think I'm being sarcastic, but you're just like, what? I mean, not so pretty. I'd be like, you're so ugly today. And I may think I'm being sarcastic, and you're just like, why the fuck would you call me ugly? Like, what? You know, so I don't understand sarcasm, and I can't do sarcasm myself either, so I can't tell tone of voice at all. I may think you're yelling at me, and I'm like, well, stop yelling, and people are like, I'm talking to you normal volume. I feel like people are always yelling at me, but maybe that's not true. But I can't tell tone of voice or volume of voice very well at all, so it's a thing. I always think I'm shouting at people, and they're just like, speak up, and I'm like, I am literally screaming my lungs off. How can you not hear me? But, you know. Cashier says nothing and rings Amanda up, rating hatred. I hand her a 20. So what's that guy's deal? Cashier rolls her eyes so hard I'm worried she'll pull something. That's Damien. He's in here all the time. He's obsessed with Victorian fashion or whatever. Oh, I hate the regulars who are all assholes. Like, being an asshole in general is annoying to deal with, but when they keep coming back, you're just like, I will murder your soul. You know what I mean? She hands Amanda her bag, and it's clear the conversation's over. We make our way out of the store, and I head home to get some rest. Amanda and I sit on the couch, trying to find something to watch over bowls of ice cream. Oh cool, Long Haul Paranormal Ice Road Truck Ghost Truckers is on. Your favorite, right? Oh, hell yes! We have to make it over the Canadian tundra, where the ice road melts, but also, they're hunting ghosts. Also, the trucks are haunted. This is an episode I've already seen, but it's one of the best. Callum and Flint Dogbones, the twin brothers, truck driving and ghost hunting duo find themselves in the greatest peril yet. Okay, they're Canadian. I have to try to get a Canadian accent. Isn't Canadian kind of like this? But you say about a lot? So be like, I'm Canadian. I say about. I probably just insulted you all. I'm trying to do a Canadian voice. Oh no, the ghost Dawn got control of the truck. I can't steer on them damn ice roads. Let me use this EMVP meter to try and communicate with the spirits. Flint, we're about to die. Ah, almost got it. If you listen carefully, it sounds like they're saying you're about to die.
Hmm?
That's because we are about to die, you. This is art. The episode ends and Amanda excuses herself to start arguments on the internet. My girl. I'll stay up a little longer, curious about the exploits of Callum and Dogbo after the disastrous ice road accident. Afterward, I crawl into bed and get a good night's sleep. Please don't pirate games. BH! Okay. I love how they give that tip to a dad. Or a dad giving it to Gus. I don't know. Do I want to end here? I'm considering ending here. We got to have kind of a date with, Hugo. Jeez. And we got to meet Damien and meet, we got to meet, jeez. Okay. Yeah, we've got to meet every single dad on here, except for Matt, the guy in purple. I don't know if you guys can see my mouse or not when the recording goes, but this guy right here, the second on the top left, that's Matt. He's a social anxiety-ridden person. He runs a coffee shop, but I told you we skipped the coffee part, so we haven't met Robert yet. He's what happens if you go to the bar and get drunk and tries to have sex with you. It's not really a spoiler since you could do it yourself, I guess. It would have already passed the point right now. But if you go to the bar, he tries to have sex with you. If you do have sex with him, then you aren't able to go with Craig to the gym in the morning because you're hungover. Well, either way, you're hungover, and he invites you to go with him, and you can say no. But if you actually have sex with him, with Robert, then you wake up at Robert's house, hungover, a lot of pain, blah, 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 and you completely destroy your chances with him. Even if you get perfect A ratings on every single date afterwards, you cannot date Robert if you have sex with him. Almost every date he will try to have sex with you. Keep refusing. That is like the best advice I give you. Do not have sex with Robert. If you want to date him, do not have sex with him. Because he views himself as an object that is people use for sex. So you keep rejecting him. He's like, what? You know, you're interesting. Let me get to know you better. You might actually care about me. Whereas if you have sex with him at any point in time, even at the very end, he's just like, I knew it all along. You just wanted me for sex. You're trying to butter me up for sex. Don't have sex with him. He's the one I tried to have a good relationship with. And sorry. And he's the one I wanted to date. And I didn't have sex with him, but I still didn't have a very good ending. I'm trying to get to the good ending with him. I'm not very good at that. I keep messing up the dates. I kept getting like C's and D's and F's, and I'm like, I'm trying my best. But like, he likes it when you insult him, and I'm too nice. I try to be like nice to him, and he's just like, bitch, no. It's one of those people. So, anyway, this is Dream Daddy Part 3 of a dad dating simulator. DDADDS. Dads. The pun is great. You've met every dad now except for Matt. Comment your favorite dads so far. Well, Matt and Robert. So you've met Damien, Hugo, Joseph, and Craig, and Brian. Damien's the gothic one. Hugo is the teacher. Joseph is the blonde voiced by Aaron that gave you cookies. Craig is your old workout. Oh, not your work. You try to work out with him, but he's your old BFF. Your old roommate from college. and Brian's the one who's always trying to one-up you. So 2 dads left to meet. Let me know so far who's your favorite dad. So TFCoM signing off. Bye-bye.